Hi there, Saber Crypto here. Okay, so I haven't done many videos recently about about Bitcoin, about ByBit, but about trading, that kind of thing. Partly because, as you know, if you're a regular viewer, I had a $200 challenge thing going on, and due to a few stupid moves on my part, I managed to get that liquidated and lost all that $200, which was a bit rubbish, really, wasn't it? It doesn't bother me too much because I was making up for it in other places. In particular, my other ByBit account. They're actually the same account, but the challenge one is a sub account. Okay, but this is the main account that I use, and I've normally got a few odd trades going on here. At the moment, I just thought I'd show you anyway. The worst one is this Ethereum USDT one, which is 19% down now, which is actually $496, which is a bit rubbish. But I'm not worried about this because I did a load of margin to that. So the liquidation price is $14.72, and I can't imagine Ethereum going down there. If it does, there's something seriously wrong with the universe, so I don't think that's going to happen. There again, things do happen, don't they, in crypto? So that one's a bit rubbish. This one's good, the XRP one. I actually went into this a few weeks ago at $0.4545, and it's currently 97% up. This has been up to like 130%, and I don't want to take profit until I've seen what happens with the SEC stuff and all that. I'll come to that in a moment because there's some stuff that's kind of annoying me actually a bit. And then I've got these tiny trades. This one's just $27 in BTC USD. That's actually 10% down, but I'm not worried about that because I can stick $20 or $30 in lower if I have to, and that will bring down the entry and everything. It's so tiny it doesn't matter. And even tinier is this BIT one. BIT, B-I-T, is BitDAO, which is the native token of ByBit. It's only been around for like 2 years, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe like a year and a half. And it goes up and down so wildly. I thought I just want to sort of have a little play with it and sort of try and get a feel for it. So at the moment, I've just got a I haven't. I've got a 15x leverage trade, which is a bit silly actually. But I have actually set a stop loss that, so if it comes down it will be in profit, but literally that is, look at this, 33 cents. Okay, this was going to be a point I was going to make about this. This thing is with ByBit, right, is you can do trades for like $1.33, tiny amounts, to get a feel for a coin, because every token will behave differently. For example, I was talking to a friend last night. He wanted to go into a trade with XRP, like this one here, XRP USD. And because, he's normally used to trading Bitcoin, he was quite merrily going to go in with the same leverage. I mean, luckily, he only uses 5x leverage, much more sensible than me. But I said, even so, 5x is probably too much for XRP. I'd look at 3 maximum. And I think that's what he did. And I think he's got a nice low liquidation price for XRP. I think it's down at about 30 cents or something. It's certainly below my entry there anyway. So I just thought I'd show you that anyway. So what my plan is with this, I really want Ethereum to go over 1809. I want to close this out in a bit of profit. And then I'm going to use this money here to maybe do some more Bitcoin trading, and at that point I'll kind of restart the challenge account, but I'm not going to do it as a challenge like I did before where I'm going to restrict myself to $200. What I might do is use something like, have, for example, like $1,000 capital, and then only really do trades as big as $200, so that if something goes wrong, I've got more left over to add to the margin or have a lower entry. And I'm going to use that to kind of make some rules for myself about the way I trade, because I know I've got some bad habits and I need to fix them. Anyway, so following me for trading letter for letter is probably a really bad idea. But I do have this Telegram group called the Save with Crypto Club. And in that, there's some great people. Mark Van Hook, he's good. Roland Rat's nice and active in there. And there's someone called Abracadabra as well, and a few other people. And a lot of people coming up with really good ideas. And like Mark, for example, made a profit here this morning with his Bitcoin trade. There are other examples, Roland Rat had this idea here. So this is all really good, and this is all free, it's all just, anyone can have a chat in there. I would love it if you use my ByBit affiliate link, which you can get to by going to savewith.crypto.org/ByBit. And that will also get you lots of bonuses, reduced fees, all this kind of thing. So, for example, like if you go in for the maximum deposit, you get a $30,000 bonus. But if you don't use my referral link, I think you get like a $400 bonus or a $300 bonus. So you get like thousands more by using mine. So, yeah, savewithcrypto.org/ByBit. And also it helps me out a little bit as well. Not a lot. I mean, I literally make couple of dollars a day from the affiliate link. It's not a lot, but I would love it to be more, because that would encourage me to make more videos for free like I do. Okay, so let's have a little look at Bitcoin anyway, because Bitcoin's going to lead most things unless XRP does due to some news, and once again I'll talk about that in a moment. But the other day, in fact last week, I drew this double bottom here. It's starting to look a bit raggedy, isn't it? Because it should have bounced up by now, but it hasn't. But there is this kind of like line of resistance there, if you like. If it does break through that, it could well go up. There's a few other things that might make me think it might go up as well. And if I go to this 3-day chart here, you can see there's one of these descending triangle, descending wedge things. And I'm not a great believer in triangles and all that sort of thing, and I don't think the price has to obey them. But if you look back in time, if I sort of zoom out a little bit, and we look back over the last 3 years, you can see that what happened, say like here, November 2022, is we were right down here. That went down to that amazing 15,420 price down there, and it kind of broke up since then. So it kind of went up like that there, okay. This one here, it was in a downtrend from October 21 all the way down to about January 2022, and once again, we had an increase in price there where it kind of broke out of that. This one here was back August 21 to sort of October 21. I remember that summer very well, and that broke out in quite a spectacular way, going all the way up there. And this one here was great as well. That was between sort of May and July 2021. Which 21 was such a good year, wasn't it? Well, for crypto anyway. It was bloody awful for me, but it was good for crypto. And this one right back here, in January 21, the price had been as high as about 42,000. And it came down to something like 29, 30. And then kaboom, it went right up to about 63,000. So to me that looks like there's a possibility of it doing something like that, okay, but this is on the 3-day time frame and it's very, very zoomed out, right? So if you look here, if this bounces around here, it could come lower, 24.7 something like that. And if we look at this chart here, it's got the Fibonacci's on. You can see Fibonacci from that low there in November going up to that high there in April this year. That would give fib levels of a golden pocket between, say, 23,159 and 21,300. So it's quite reasonable. It could come back here and then go up. I think something like that is what's going to happen, because everyone's starting to get very bullish, and it's kind of worrying me that everyone's very bullish and nothing's happening. The price is just stagnating, kind of thing. And I think there'll be some sort of pullback here, and then we'll go off, and then we'll be rising up for the rest of the year, and then maybe something surprising will happen around the halving next April. So at the moment, I don't really know. I'm not very good at TA anyway, but that's my thoughts about what might happen. So consequently, I'm not going to go into any big trades just yet. But I am, as I say, looking at that Ethereum one, which is going to follow Bitcoin anyway. So I think there might be a little pump, maybe, and then a big dump, something like that. I don't know. Usual kind of stuff. If you've got any comments about that, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, have a chat in the Telegram group, and we can get some ideas together. Anyway, what's annoying me is all these kind of things that imply that the SEC are going to fire Gary Gensler. Now, I would love to see him fired. I think he's a waste of space. I don't think he's good for the US economy, and he's certainly very bad for crypto. I've seen these things on Cointelegraph.com, which, to be honest, I mean, if you want to know news, don't read that because it's just misleading and it's, well, quite crap, really. And I think it's just to sell these adverts here. But anyway, so you got this thing by Derek Anderson, right, saying, breaking, US lawmakers file SEC Stabilization Act to fire Gary Gensler. And then what it does, it kind of quotes things like US capital markets must be protected from a tyrannical chairman, including the current one. I think this happened quite a while ago, or was it on June the 12th? I'm really not quite sure, because if you kind of read this, it doesn't really actually say anything. It says here that United States Representative Warren Davidson has introduced the SEC Stabilization Act into the House of Representatives, announced on June the 12th. One of the bill's main provisions is to fire Securities and Exchange Commission SEC Chair Gary Gensler. Okay, so you got all this stuff. Now, what this all refers to is a news article on Fox News. That's this one here. Does it have a date? Okay, so this was June the 12th. As far as I know, what it is, if you file an act within the SEC, you need a certain number of people to agree to it. Otherwise, Gary Gensler just says, no, we're not going to do that. And whatever he says happens. So the only thing I'm annoyed about is the fact that there's a lot of misleading articles like this. And a lot of people are kind of predicting a pump in the Bitcoin price because they're going to get rid of Gary Gensler. He's going to have no job. And then someone else would be in charge of the SEC who was a bit more crypto friendly and certainly not going for, giants like Coinbase and Binance. I don't know. I don't know enough about this, to be honest, to be able to comment properly. But I'm just seeing too much stuff about getting rid of Gary Gensler, and that's going to cause a Bitcoin pump. I don't think he's going to go straight away, to be honest. He's good mates with people like Biden, and I think he was thick as thieves with Sam Bankman-Fried as well. Gary Gensler is, as much as you dislike him, you probably don't want to get the wrong side of him because I think he's a bit too powerful for his own good. So I wouldn't see him disappear straight away. So that's another reason I'm expecting a bit of a pullback, really, when everyone's expecting it to pump. Now, I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, that's great because I want to see the price go up anyway. But I suspect getting rid of Gensler is going to be a slow process. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave them in the comments. And while you're down there, give the video a like, make sure you're subscribed. And above all, tell your friends.